y'all, I'm Northern Outlaw. Welcome to the channel. I'm new to YouTube, but I'm not so new to Call of the Wild. I've been a part of the Hunter community back since the Hunter Classic was on a website. So I've got some experience, I've been playing for a while, but with the start of 2022, I've decided to begin sharing my experiences and give some tips and tricks along the way. So if you enjoy, whether you're a new player or a veteran, maybe consider subscribing and hitting that like button. We're going to take a look at the Mississippi Acres missions. We're going to run through all of them. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
And there's the state line. Welcome to the Deep South, rookie. We've got wetlands, the blues, and the American story, not to mention some of the best hunting you'll find anywhere on this earth. But the floods this year have been worse than ever, and our community is at its breaking point. Camp Haven, the summer camp we worked so hard to open last year, is under threat. If there's one thing I've learned living here, it's that Mississippi Acres folk are resilient. We don't need a savior, just a little extra help. And that's where you come in. Looks like the end of the road. I'm so sorry, but I've actually got to run. I've got a pile of papers I need to grade. I'll call you as soon as I've got a signal. Promise.
Alright, so we're going to load in here. This is not my first time playing the map. I did find a way to reset missions. I can do a tutorial on that if more people are interested in it. It is possible. As you can see, I've hunted this map before, but I had the intro.
To the list of things I miss about Chicago. Sorry that I'm so short on Southern hospitality right now, but we've got a bit of a situation. Steve Ernie from our flood relief committee was out delivering supplies to elders.
I have not played any of the missions on this. I've had missions turned off.
The levee overtopped and his trunk got totally submerged. Everything scattered. He got away safe, but we don't have the funds to let anything go to waste. Can you go take a look? The water should have mostly... What's that? Alligators aren't in the habit of abandoning their food. Either Steve forgot his dinner, or he was going to deliver this to someone. Well, it doesn't look all that fresh, and I think you've got enough to carry. Leave the gator some supper. You're almost there. You starting to get goosebumps, or is it just me? The Delta's a weird place. You tracking gators, rookie? Want some advice? He said he got stuck somewhere over there by those cypress knees. Hey, I don't want no silent treatment. You've read Camp Haven's handbook, right? Bingo. Those are the supplies. Rule number 1. Our differences are our strengths. There's no shame in trying something new. You got everything? Thanks. This is doing us a huge favor. I'll give you a few pointers. You show me what you can do. It's win-win. Hey, are the shadows playing tricks, or is that a briefcase I'm seeing on my feed? Let me make a quick call.
I'm going to try not to talk so much during the...
First, find where they gather. Following the waterway's a good bet. Hey, Mrs. Tackett. My new counselor's out where Steve dropped the flood supplies, and there's a briefcase hanging from a tree branch. You know if that's...
Audio glitch.
Just make sure you're packing appropriately. Their skulls are thicker than a Mississippi senator's. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Give me just a sec. Check the Codex field guide if you need help. She wants to talk to you.
Well, Miss Davis has got you out on a fine excursion this time of night. Betty Tackett here, chairwoman of the Mississippi Delta Big Game Club. I hate to ask, Sugar, but can you grab the briefcase? Steve's a little ornery, and he'll pitch a fit if he don't get his papers back.
You'll have to... Well, nothing to it.
Okay, shoot the branch maybe?
Wow. Yep. Hear that, Mrs. Tackett? You are phenomenal. What happened to that rookie kid I got my hunting license with who couldn't hit a broadside shot on a stationary target?
Loud and clear. I'm gonna extend you an invite if you keep that up. I'm down for the count since I broke my neck, but Steve will get you an application. Hell, he owes you.
Let's take that later, why don't we? We gotta let you go, Mrs. Taggart.
All the best now. Don't be a stranger, y'all.
Betty's lovely, but she's as southern as all get out, as they say in these parts, with everything that entails. Any markings on that briefcase? Not that I don't believe it's Steve's, it's just... I don't see anything suspicious. Let's get those supplies to the people who need them. There's an outpost not far from here. Can you swing by and drop the briefcase and supplies off there? Maybe get your breath back, too.
Seems like there's some audio glitches. A little bit. Yeah. So, since I have restarted the missions, I do have these outposts unlocked. Some of them, not all of them on this map. But just...
You can just leave the stuff on the table there. I'll let Steve know. Thanks.
There was
Oh, Betty again? Can you pull her up on speakerphone? Damn it, not again. We're not usually this negligent around here, but the trucks haven't been able to stop by since the road closed.
Hey, Sugar, can I trouble you for a favor? The boys are having a meeting tonight to discuss our flood relief efforts, and it gets real chilly in the evenings this time of year.
Well, I can't blame the little trash pandas for trying. The flood's probably gone and disrupted their entire food supply, and you know what they're like once they sniff out an opportunity for lunch.
Well, usually they get a fire going, but right now, there ain't a single log of dry firewood anywhere in the state. And you know we've got elderly members.
Can you scare them off? I'll call the sanitation workers, see if I can get them to come as soon as the roads are back in business.
I believe you'll find a space heater in that outpost where you left the supplies. Could you be a dear and drop it off at our lodge?
How to hunt a gator. Alright, so hunting a gator. I guess that's the first little quest we have. But I will take this raccoon that's right over there.
Well, that's one way to deter them. That'll do it. They're cute little nuisances, aren't they? I was fine shooting rats growing up, but when Dad had me graduate to raccoons, I told him to forget it. They've got these little hands. Still can't do it unless I picture them chewing through our phone cords.
There it is, right there. Alright. Now let's go grab this mission item.
I'd hate to think of someone catching hypothermia. By the way, the Big Game Club has been working together with the African American Hunting Club I'm a member of on flood relief efforts. We've, got some history. Not gonna lie, they weren't super enthusiastic about some transplant from Chicago buying up land and opening a summer camp here. Even Betty, and even though I've been coming here since I was little, I get these kids. But we've both got our priorities straight. The future of the community's what matters. Speaking of, we haven't had enough hands on deck to tend to everyone's needs up until now. So there are a couple of errands around the reserve that still need doing. I'll let you know if you're near somewhere you can help out. Let's head over to the Big Game Club's lodge. Make sure they get the heater before their meeting later on.
Alright, so we found us a need zone. I'm gonna go ahead and click like this.
See the depression on the
There we
ground?
go.
Looks like they've been basking around here. Try sneaking up on them when they're idle. We didn't hunt gators much but for self-defense when I spent my summers here. My daddy taught me not to aim between the eyes. That'll just have it pitching a fit. Try to land a shot between the eye and the ear instead. That destroys the brain, kills it quickly.
Now, there are two ways to kill gators. You can do what they just said, between the eye and the ear for a brain shot, which is the more difficult one, or you can go for a upper neck shot. Either of those will drop them immediately. If you go for the upper neck shot or the brain shot and you don't hit it, you can follow up immediately with a vital shot to the lungs. And you just hope and pray that it kills it quick enough. So we'll see if we can't find this gator and get a shot on it. And that one's dropping. So I had to come to a different area because I messed up the shot on the first gator. And I'm hoping, yep, there we go. We did get this one. And that should complete the mission for us.
That thing's enormous. You are not messing around, the
Right
hunter
there.
formerly known as
Double
Rookie.
lung shot.
A+.
One down real quick.
Alligators
Level
were
7.
endangered here in
Gold.
Mississippi
Pretty
in the
decent
late
one.
60s.
Cool.
So wildlife officials packed horse trailers with 3,500 juveniles from Louisiana. They drove them to the Mississippi State Fair and handed them out in bags. Can you imagine going to the fair to ride the carousel and shoot tin cans and taking home a baby gator? Sure makes for more of a prize than a goldfish in a
I'd love to
bag.
take home a baby gator after
Thanks
going
to
to the
those
fair.
efforts, the state population's approaching 40,000 these days. There's some commercial farming, but mostly they're just hunted for sport.
Alright, so that mission's done. Let's take a look at our mission log. There we go. Head to the Big Game Club's lodge, which is right there. We can fast travel here.
Well, here's the lodge. Not gonna lie, I don't make a habit of spending time here. I guess check the door?
Alright, we will check the door.
Huh. I thought it was just good old-fashioned Southern hospitality to leave your place unlocked in these parts. But who knows what kinds of valuables they've got in there. Some of the keys are faded. Not the most robust security system. 0, 1, 4, 5, and 6. 5 factorial combinations. That's 120, and that's without repeating digits. And my students say math is pointless. Betty must know the code, right? Let's call her. Hey, Mrs. Tackett,
Frozen
sorry to bother
inside.
you again.
See the
My
windows?
counselor's out dropping off
they
the
have 3
heater,
heaters.
but the door is locked. Would you happen to have the key code to hand?
Unfortunately, I do not, Miss Davis. I've been out of commission so long with my neck, you understand.
Do you know who does have the code then? Mr. Ernie, maybe.
I think it's best you just leave the heater outside on the porch there. The boys will be along for the meeting shortly.
Okay, if that works for you. All the best, Mrs. Tackett.
Bye-bye now.
That's something
Best do as
sketchy.
she says, I guess. I just wonder why they're so reluctant to give us the code.
Yeah, there's something in there they don't want us to know about.
Can you
Leave the heater
take
there.
a peek inside the window there? That's 3 of the same damn heater. What? Let me try Betty again.
She don't answer now, I bet. Yeah.
No answer. Well, maybe Southerners are just super sensitive to the cold. My mama just huddled up with a blanket, but I guess she was made of sterner stuff than some of these rich folks. I don't want to think the worst. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll mention it to Betty later.
Alright.
Okay, all the really urgent things are out of the way, but I've got to be honest with you, Rookie. There's another reason you're here. Let me show you what I'm trying to protect. Head over to the Camp Haven bunks, and I'll explain on the way.
Alright, Camp Haven bunks. Where are they at? Down there. So we'll take this lodge. Head on down there.
So last summer, some of the kids at our camp reported hearing weird noises. You know, they're just kids. First time away from home for most of them. Of course, it was just a case of too much sugar, right? Well, not gonna lie. That's what I told myself until parents started pulling their kids out. Health and safety concerns, wild animals. We take every measure to protect our kids. And if that wasn't bad enough, we had the worst flooding in 40 years last week. Camp Haven is almost a year old and barely hanging on. But I think there's something else going on here, and I want to get to the bottom of it. Just let's be discreet. Betty didn't want the camp opening here at all, and I don't want to give her any more reason to doubt me. It's not much, but it means everything to me to be able to do this for these kids. It's not just hunting either. It's about trust building, leadership, community. You get it. I know you do.
Alright, well that's interesting.
See that broken tire swing? We got lucky here.
Oh.
That and a few deck chairs blown off course are the worst damage we suffered. There should be some extra rope inside. Can you get it swinging again?
What am I, Bob the Builder now? Alright, that's fine. Let's do this. Look, lady. I want to hunt animals, not build rope swings.
I knew I had some lying around here somewhere. A tire swing.
Look at that.
This summer. Right, can you take a look around?
Swings.
I know some of the kids who reported the weird noises stayed in these bunks.
Footprint.
Well,
Oh, no,
I
that's
wasn't
not
wrong about them being on too much sugar. Where does this
candy
lead?
wrappers. This would be raccoons, would be my guess.
Scorched grass. It's early summer and the ground is soaked.
Oh no, that's
You
weird.
remember our fire safety classes, right? Literally the first damn thing you're told. No building fires near anything flammable, grass included. If this was one of our counselors' idea of a prank, I'm gonna have to give them a talking to. I've barely been back here since our last session. The flooding sure hasn't helped. What's that?
Note from a young camper.
That's a kid's handwriting. Witches, scorched grass, a woman living in the woods. We really do have to limit their sugar intake.
Note from a young camper. I
But
can't
there
sleep.
are patches of scorched grass here.
I can't sleep. An old lady out by the campsite gave me some candy. She told me there's witches here. She said they footsteps scorch the grass and they make horrible screams like they're on fire. Brian told ghost stories. Ty started crying. Said she heard noises. What about the others? They're all over the place. I'm scared. Well, first of all, you need to teach some grammar to these kids at this camp. But, anyways.
Oh, this is a map of Mississippi Acres. Must be the
Ah,
other
here we go.
spots where kids had heard noises. I've heard plenty of ghost stories set around these parts, but this is... Hello, ma'am. What can we do for you?
Excuse the interruption, Miss Davis, but I've had some residents of Jonesville call me up reporting a gator sighting. They got little kids, and it ain't a good idea to go back if a big old mean one's made his nest there. I suspect he washed up with the high water. You got your counselor on the line there? Could you go and take a look, sugar? I'll send you the details.
Yeah, we're on it. We'll let y'all know how it goes.
Alright,
If
let's
it's
go
a
see
nuisance
this.
gator, we can decide what to do with it there and then. I appreciate it.
Most folks around here know how to handle an alligator, but we don't take chances where kids are concerned. Can you go take a look?
Yes, I can. Head to where the gator was spotted. Alright, well, I would assume it's here. Right next to this outpost.
If this gator did show up with the floodwater, it's bound to be confused. Keep your wits about you.
Look around for clues. Looks like there's some tracks over here. A lot of tracks over here. Don't normally show up that far away, so.
Gators are lazy sons of guns at the best of times. I don't get why it...
You don't get why it what?
Oh, of course. Someone was on its trail.
Oh, those are people tracks. Let's see what happens.
A catch pole. They were serious about this. It takes a lot to rip that snare. This thing must have been pissed.
Or massive. Disturbed vegetation, brown, very old. Okay. So it's a brown gator. Which is interesting. Oh. That's a turkey. I was like, wait a second.
And we're dealing with some total amateurs. Gator guys, this ain't.
Yeah, some duct tape. Keep following the gator tracks. Don't get distracted. One more clue. What is this? Food zone for rabbits. And we got to follow this thing for a while. Oh boy. Alright. We're welcome to Running Simulator 2022. Probably went into the water over here.
In and out. So it got out, wandered over to Jonesville, or someone followed it, and then it went right back the way it came, with its would-be captors in hot pursuit. But Betty called us here first, right? How'd these folks get here before us? Hey, Mrs. Tackett.
Interesting.
My counselor's here at Jonesville. Happy to report that our reptilian friend has made its way back to the bayou, but not without a fight. Did you call someone else in here first?
Why, no, Miss Davis. Can't say I did. What happened?
Well, there's a broken catch pole and some tape. Someone clearly had some fun.
Wouldn't surprise me if some yokel had got it into himself to make it into tomorrow's papers. You know Delta folk. Bless their hearts.
Yes, ma'am. Anyway, you can call up the residents group, let them know it's safe to come back.
Thanks for the hard work, y'all. Bye-bye.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Someone's pissing off alligators that are probably already pretty out of it after the flooding. Call me paranoid, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a connection between all of this weirdness. They don't say half hills, half delta, all crazy for nothing. And that's not just me being an uppity Yankee. You heard Betty. Folks here are quite something. I've seen you in action, and I know you can handle a gator. Just keep your eyes open and your rifle loaded, okay? Let's take another look at that map. Can you take out the map again?
Where was it? Here.
I'm 90% certain the one in the middle is one of our campsites. Try taking a look around. Oh, and let's make sure Betty doesn't get word of this, at least for now.
So
I'm not
right
sure
there
how
next to
she'd
the
react to
bridge.
a literal witch hunt.
Alright, we are here. Let's check this out.
Here we... What in the... What the hell is that noise? Is this what the kids were hearing? See if you can find what's causing it. Is that a goddamn tape player?
Yeah.
How'd they get that up there? Find some way to shut it off. I can't hear myself think and I'm not even there. Finally. Okay, let's focus here. That tape sounded damaged, but I get what they were going for. Not hard to imagine a bright-eyed sixth grader hearing it and thinking witches.
Put a
We're right by the
bullet
river.
hole straight through
This
it.
was actually one of the worst hit areas. Floodwater crested at over 20 feet. So the tape player must have gotten a real submerging, in spite of the best efforts of the person who placed it. There's no way they could have climbed up that high without access to tools. Let's see if we can find anything.
Oh, I can tell you right now, this looks
Well, as it
suspicious.
should be. We usually hide the keys in plain sight, inside hollow rocks. Not like we usually have to worry about burglars in rural Mississippi anyway. I don't remember where we
rocks.
put this one, but it's probably close by.
Thanks for highlighting it, because I never would have found that shit.
That's it.
Oh,
Grab the key.
there we go. There's a ladder.
Just as
Look
I
at
suspected,
that.
a ladder. So the person who did this knew where to find the key and knew they'd find a ladder in here. That means we're dealing with either Camp Haven staff or someone from the big game club, since we tend to use the same facilities. Hey, didn't Betty say she broke her neck recently?
Ooh.
I have my suspicions, but our evidence is still circumstantial at best. Let's do some more digging. There was another spot on the map not far from where you are now. I'll mark it on your hunter mate.
Alright, let's head over there. We're gonna take the quad. Alrighty, and we're here. There's the sound again.
It's a lot cleaner this time. Let's find the tape player.
God, that's loud.
I guess they gave up on the whole ladder thing. Can you switch it off?
What? Oh.
Does it say anything on the tape? AGM minutes, Jan 2020. Try playing the B-side.
We fear a continued decline in membership and monetary intake should the club fail to secure adequate whitetail hunting grounds.
Whitetail.
Come on, boys, while we're young. Next item on the agenda, Wright Bingham's proposal, reestablishment of Camp Haven Summer Camp. This ought to be good. What you got for us, Mr. Bingham?
So, the tape was the big game clubs, and they were planning something to do with Camp Haven. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I still don't get... They terrorize kids just to get back at me? And what about
Those
all
jerks.
the other stuff, the heaters and the gator chasing? Oh, speak of the devil. Better pick up.
Hey, Sugar, can I trouble you for another favor? There's been a power outage over by my brother's office. He's working on our accounts, and all the papers are there, so we can't wait. Can you head over there and see what's transpired? Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bingo. This could be our chance. Keep in contact with Betty. See if you can get her to trust you. I'll call you back in a little while.
Okay. Now what? Investigate the power outage near Betty's brother's office. It's a kilometer away. Is it near an outpost? I think there is an outpost over there, but I don't have it. So that's fun. So I guess our best bet is just gonna be... Yeah, this one's gonna take a minute. Yeah.
Ain't nature something? The Delta sure won't let you forget it. Well, I reckon you're gonna need more than a toolbox to raise that from the dead. I'll call the power company. Can you let my brother know this is gonna take a while? His name's Bodden. Jeremiah Bodden.
Jeremiah Bodden. Probably lives in this house.
Well, Jeremiah's never been a patient soul, bless his heart. Busy as all get out, too. He must have left with his
Caribou rat?
papers. I think you're just about done here. Thank you kindly for all your hard work.
How are things? Any sign of Betty's brother? Let's take this opportunity to have a little look around.
Oh.
He really was in a hurry to leave all this behind. For Aunt Betty's 60th bash tomorrow. You're welcome. May 3rd. So Betty was born on May 4th, 1961. Why does that feel oddly familiar? Oh, it's the day the Freedom Rides began. Thank you, Illinois Middle School History Curriculum. But it's not just that. I feel like I've seen that particular pattern of numbers somewhere else. Oh, never mind. There's clearly nothing going on here, at least.
the keypad.
We're gonna have to turn our attention elsewhere. Why
Keypad.
don't we try doing some more sleuthing? Maybe retracing your steps? There must be something we've missed.
Yeah, those, it's Betty's birthday. The keypad lock is Betty's birthday. Okay. So we needed to come to the Big Game Lodge, which is right here on the map. And I think we need to use the birthday
Good
on
thinking.
the code.
The big
Yep.
game club's got to be hiding something around here. Oh my God, of course. Betty's birthday, May 4th, 1961.
Oh yeah, 1961, not 2021.
050461. It's gotta be. Well, gotta give him some credit. It is marginally better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in. But look, leave everything the way you found it, okay? Just take a quick look around and go.
Why is it so cold in here?
Make sure you're armed. Not saying anything's gonna happen, but I wouldn't want to cross Jeremiah Bodden or Wright Bingham in a hurry.
Upstairs. Briefcase.
Steve Ernie's briefcase. I guess this is where they have their meetings.
Okay. Inspect the meeting room. Oh. What's this?
A floor plan? For what?
Move stock today. Confirm
Stock?
feeding duties.
Sounds like a factory or a warehouse. What's a hunt club doing messing around with stock? Can you grab a photo of this? I don't really get it, but maybe we can piece it together once you get out of there. Do I hear footsteps? Go, get out fast. Run towards the cotton field. Oh my God. Go.
You've finally shown your true colors, Miss Davis. Took you long enough.
We were. You're trying to get Camp Haven shut down. What choice do we have?
Well, sugar, maybe your mama never taught you to respect other people's property. But if you think you can put your own gain above the welfare of this community, you got another thing coming. That dog don't hunt. And that meddling lackey of yours, such a waste of talent.
Call your men off, Mrs. Tackett. This isn't funny.
You just waltzed in here with a twinkle in your eye and gobbled up our land, didn't you? Goddamn Yankee transplant. We're just doing what we need to do to ensure our club survives. You understand, don't you? Do you
Do not
need my
knock
voice
across
to
here.
make you understand?
I bought that land fair and square, Betty. And don't you call me an outsider. My family worked these same fields long before you were born.
And then they up and quit the place. Bless your heart, girl. You ain't got the faintest idea of how things work around here. Why don't you just... The hell is that?
Enough is enough, Betty. Call off your men and tell them to take down the rest of the tapes.
That's not. We ain't set up any tapes anywhere close to here.
Then it must be something else.
Well, it's none of my concern. Now listen, this is your final warning. Don't let me hear about you causing any more trouble for the BGC, or there'll be hell to pay.
There, I think they're gone. Not gonna lie, that scared the hell out of me. Betty's not the kind of woman you want to make an enemy of. Let's stop for a minute and consider this. So look, there's something going on here, and it's not just Betty convincing some kids that Mississippi Acres is haunted. The rogue gator thing earlier, the noises we heard just now, that floor plan. There's an abandoned paper mill not far from here, just across the river bend. Maybe we'll find some answers there. It wouldn't surprise me if Bodden and Bingham are still skulking around, though. Can you wait until dusk? It's probably dark enough now. I'll mark the mill on your hunter mate. And Rookie, can you bring a weapon? Just in case. And
I
this
always
isn't
got
an
a
excuse
weapon.
to do anything stupid. I trust you. Those weird noises again. They're definitely coming from inside. Do you see a way in?
Oh, yeah, right here. Okay. That's not locked.
Can you see okay? Don't be afraid to get out your flashlight. Oh, I don't want to know what that is.
What is? What are we looking at? Oh, that.
What is going on here? Remember that floor plan? This is definitely the same layout. Did Betty know about this? Alligator eggs.
Oh, they're
And
harvesting
there's one of
gators.
those heaters. Were they incubating them?
Yeah.
Tanned
Right there.
alligator hides. This is poaching. There's been a lot of flooding in Louisiana the past few years, and that drives up the price of gator eggs across the board.
Look
So
at
some
that big
farms there
boy.
will buy them for $70 a pop. Oh my God.
Just a level
Poor,
2.
poor thing. Look at the food it left behind. It must be sick. I think you're gonna have to end its suffering. We can't in good conscience release an ill alligator into the wild.
Alright, fine. Is that not a brain shot? How? There.
Thank you. We do what we do because we love animals, right? I need to talk
Can
to
I harvest
Betty.
it? Do I
One
get the
minute,
money
I'll
for
bring
it?
her on speakerphone.
Oh, I probably wasn't supposed to jump in here.
Hi again.
Whoops.
We've sourced those noises we heard earlier to the old paper mill on the outskirts of Mississippi Acres. Care to explain what you're doing there?
What we're doing there? Care to explain what you mean by that?
I've just sent you a photo our counselor took in your headquarters. It's a floor plan for the mill. And that noise we heard earlier? A sick alligator confined to a pen. You're poaching, aren't you?
We are doing no such thing. I'll admit I haven't been to many meetings lately, what with my neck and all, but the boys... No. No, they wouldn't. They just said they wanted somewhere to hunt whitetail.
To bring more money in, right? Well, gator poaching's mighty lucrative, Mrs. Tackett.
You're telling me those boys have been sneaking around behind my back the whole time? And I'm the damn chairwoman. They do nothing without my approval. I swear if my brother was involved in this, I'll pitch a fit. It ain't easy work, this. And some of them are a little old-fashioned, don't like taking orders from a woman. Even if the club's been in her family for 4 damn generations.
I'm sure the local papers would be happy to get a hold of this story, Mrs. Tackett.
Oof.
Look, let me sort it out. I promise you we'll let you keep your summer camp. Hell, we'll sponsor it if you like.
That's all right. But it sounds like we have a deal. You tell your boys to clear out of the mill and release the hatchlings back into the wild. I'll keep quiet about this as long as you leave Camp Haven alone. And let's keep up our flood relief work.
Agreed. Sorry about the trouble, y'all. You take care now.
What a week. I knew Camp Haven would have its challenges, but this... Nature hasn't been kind to us this year, and if people aren't either, it makes it damn difficult to survive out here. Of course we're invested in our history. It's who we are, what we've been through. But we can't forget our future either. When our homes are flooded and people and animals are displaced, all we have is each other. We've got to learn to live together out here. I hope Betty's beginning to come round to that. I wonder if she can make the rest of the BGC see sense. And if not, we've got the whole summer to plan our next move, right, Rookie? Preparations for our next summer camp session are pretty much complete now. So as long as you've brushed up on your firearm safety and know how to fill out an injury report, you're good to go. I'll contact you if there's anything else. Oh, and thank you. I'm sure you thought I was crazy first time I mentioned the strange noises, but you stuck it out. It means a lot to me.
Alright, so that looks to be the end of it. Unfortunately, there is no super rare or anything we get to kill at the end, but it is an interesting story. So, if you enjoyed, if this helped you out, please hit that like button, maybe consider subscribing. Again, I will be doing more videos like this in the future, along with just some experiences, doing some cool hunts, looking to get into some live streaming as well. So, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.